We didn't think Malaysia could feel like this. Just a couple of hours from Kuala Lumpur, we found a city that felt completely different to anywhere else in the country. A place where Asia and Europe seemed to collide in the most unexpected way. Over 2 days we explored colourful streets and laneways, bustling night markets, and a river that wouldn't feel out of place in France or Italy, along with a few surprises we definitely didn't plan for. We're Chris and Lydia. This is Malacca. Hello everyone and welcome back to Malaysia. Today we're heading from Malaysia's most modern city of Kuala Lumpur to arguably its most historic city of Malacca.
And we've booked into some really nice accommodation at this place, so stick around as we show you where we're staying. We're very excited. We've left the finest accommodation to the end of our trip so we can enjoy it and relax, so you'll want to see it.
But for the moment we have to get there, so we're at the TBS bus terminal in Kuala Lumpur and we're about to catch a 2-hour bus to Malacca. Malacca sits on Malaysia's west coast, just a couple of hours south of Kuala Lumpur, strategically positioned where the Malacca River meets the Straits of Malacca. Before we knew it, we were pulling into Malacca's main bus terminal, and a short grab ride later, we'd arrived at what would become our favourite accommodation of the entire Malaysia trip, right in the heart of Old Town. Wait until you see this.
Welcome to Casa del Rio. This looks incredible. Wow. Have a look. So this is as we walk in. We've got this amazing walk-in sort of robe area where we can put our bags. Wow, this looks gorgeous. They've got all these little antique cupboards and things. I've just noticed this door, a trap door. Thought it was like The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe.
But what is it?
It's not that exciting. It's the power, like it's.
It is the power board.
It is the power board.
Okay.
Just pretend that The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I'm going in there later on tonight. I'll tell you what's inside. We'll go down this way. Go down here. My goodness, look how beautiful this is.
Oh, you've got a bath, Lydia.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I've got a ducky. Yay! Best thing ever. Oh, how good's this? Bath salts. How nice is this? This is gorgeous. I know I'll be in there tonight for sure. Oh, wow. Cinnamon soap. Cinnamon is one of my favourite spices and it just smells like spicy cinnamon. It's so good. Smell that.
It does. It's very strong cinnamon. It smells like Christmas.
It does. It's amazing. There's some little sewing kit, shower caps, shaving kit, loafer. Oh,
loafer. What is it?
I'm going to open it and find out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's so good. We've been having to wear sun cream every day and it sort of builds up on your skin. So that's going to be fantastic. What a gorgeous bathroom. Oh, wow. Look at the shower. There's all mosaics in the shower. I've never seen that before.
And a giant waterfall shower head. Well, they've even got a turn down service.
Yeah, I felt this treatment that we received checking in, I felt very undeserving because they were wanting to do everything for us. Have you booked this? Have you booked that? And it wasn't from a place of we want to get money from you. It was like, we want to help you. We want to help you. How can we help you? And we're like, no, we've done this, we've done that. And they're like, what? How can we help you? Wow. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. You've got these doors that open to your bedroom. Wow. You get complimentary Coca-Colas, waters.
That's a little bar fridge.
Now they're talking. They've got my little Nespresso machine. I'm sorted in the morning. This gorgeous desk, table. Should I test out the bed?
Yep.
Let me try it. Oh, yeah, that's so soft. Oh.
You didn't even do the jump?
No, I can't jump. It's so good.
But I want to see this balcony.
This is what we came for. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Seriously, do you need to go anywhere else? I'm just going to stay here. This is gorgeous. That is worth getting the riverfront view. Look at this, it's incredible. I'm speechless. Did you see I just had to pick my jaw up off the floor. It's just like, look like a codfish. I'm like, wow. I have to say, if you think it looks good on your television, it's probably better here in real life. It looks amazing. It is amazing. It's
I feel like I'm somewhere in Europe even,
you could be anywhere.
On the Riviera or a canal in a European city.
Wow. Well, there you go. I think we saved the best to last.
Yeah. On our Malaysian accommodation.
Yeah. So I think it is time for a bite to eat. And I don't really want to leave the room. I think this is the sort of place where you could just come and just stay in the resort and not go anywhere. But that would be doing a disservice to Malacca. We will go out and explore a little bit later on, but I may come back a little bit sooner than I had planned.
So there's the hotel, and here's the swimming pool.
Looks
wow.
Nice and inviting. This is
beautiful infinity pool, and they've got a bar up here. And
hello. Have a little look. Do you have food up here as well, or is it just drinks up here? Just drinks and oh, there you do. You have the food. You can have food up here as well as drinks.
Okay. You want to have lunch up here, or do you rather somewhere a bit cooler?
So I think they've got a grill downstairs, so we might come up here for a drink. It might
when it cools down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe a swim first.
Yeah, we'll have lunch first and then
we'll
come
have
up
a
for
swim.
So the little river cruises, they run every sort of half an hour. And they said to us if we wanted to do one that they'd organise it for us for the same price. But they've got their own private jetties, so then they escort us onto the boat and we get taken down the river. So it's very opulent. I feel very special.
Well, we're going to have to do one of those. I don't know whether it's tonight or tomorrow night, but we'll definitely do one.
Yeah, we'll decide. I just noticed the colour of the roof. It's gorgeous. It's my colours again. We're seeing a lot of my colours on this trip.
You love your teals, don't you?
I love my teals.
We enjoyed a late lunch in the hotel restaurant, and if you like seafood, I can highly recommend the Baba Nyonya Laksa. Then, after a quick dip in the pool to cool down, we headed out for a walk along the river. Our plan was to properly explore Malacca tomorrow, but with the hotel being so central, it was nice to stretch our legs and get our bearings. We've just left our hotel. We've got the water right here. Lydia can't stop taking photographs, but do you blame her? This is just amazing.
Hopefully, actually in the morning it'll be nice because the light will be better here.
Yeah.
All right, we can't dawdle, we have to, oh that's a nice shot too, says me. Oh, that's that.
This is Jonker Street, which is a famous street in Malacca. At night time on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, this place lights up with a big food market. And guess what? It's Saturday tonight.
That's where we're coming for dinner. So
it is.
We'll show you very shortly what it looks like in the night time.
But we're just having a quick walk around town first, and then we'll go back and get changed and come out for dinner.
and get a grab boat ride in Malacca.
Chilean Chardonnay on our balcony. Does life get any better than this? Wow, look at these rickshaws. As the day turned to night, we reluctantly left the peace of our hotel balcony to see what Saturday night in Malacca was all about. I know Malacca is a historic town, but tonight it's all about Jonker Street. As promised, we returned to the famous Jonker Street, which in just a couple of hours had transformed into a crowded night market filled with food stalls, live music and vendors selling souvenirs, clothing, toys, jewellery and much, much more.
Oh look, how cool is this? It's a teeny weeny Uno. I have to get one of them. That's just so cool. It's so small, I can pack it in my handbag.
Right. Hot chicken flavour ramen omelette.
Wow. Oh, you might have to
I
try
want
that.
one of these.
That looks pretty good.
That's omelette.
Yeah. Wow.
And what are you having?
I'm just having plain chicken with salt. That's it. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Got my big chicken stick. This will probably do me for tonight. Look at the size of it.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. This guy's making quail egg on a skewer. Barbecued quail eggs.
Never seen that before.
No.
I reckon you should try it.
Quail eggs with chicken sausage, and he's popped some barbecue sauce on there as well. So.
It's like an egg.
It tastes like an egg. I don't know. I've never had quail egg before, and I don't know what I expected, but it just tastes like a normal chicken egg, I suppose. They're just smaller.
There you go.
Reckon I look good in that?
No.
I reckon I would.
There.
Sweet potato balls.
They look good.
Four for 5 ringgits.
Yeah, you can choose any four.
Any four?
Yeah. This one chicken, they want four.
All right. Can I have the black pepper? One of the black pepper. I'll have a crab. And I'll have a chicken. I'll have one of the originals. And then one of, what do you recommend from here?
Mushroom, you got seaweed, you have curry.
I'll have a seaweed. Okay. All right, 5 ringgits.
Do they have flour in them? Is it
What kind of flour?
wheat flour?
No,
or no wheat flour, just rice flour?
Yeah.
Okay. I might
can
be able
have
to
them.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know which one's are which, but I know this one's the seaweed one. That's the obvious. So this is pork,
Pork.
like a pork sausage.
Is it? With no skin.
The skin's the seaweed. Actually, that's very nice. The seaweed flavour of the pork. Oh, that's good. It's really good.
Yeah, good. I get to have something yummy for a change.
I know, and they're really nice, aren't they? I can have more of those. I'll save my stomach just in case there's more. But if I don't find anything else, I might come back and get another 4 of those. What are they? Fruit jelly. Okay.
These are all the flavours. Orange, grape, honeydew, strawberry, lychee, original and kiwi. You going to try
How
it?
much are they?
8 ringgit.
8 ringgits, okay.
Want to try
Yeah,
it?
all right. Why not? She's cooling them down in the ice.
take it. Thank you. Lovely.
Thank you very
It's
much.
beautiful, doesn't it?
Oh, it's very pretty.
This is for you. So
Yours for me, okay.
what's it like? Good? Jelly.
Jelly. This is solid the whole way through.
Yeah?
Thought it might have been, you know, like a bubble with juice in the middle, but no, it's solid the whole way through. Not too sweet, actually. It's very subtle flavour. It hasn't got a strong flavour, but
Okay. Oh,
yeah, it's cool on a hot night. So that took us about an hour, or over an hour, to walk down Jonker Street. But it was very lively, lots of people, very busy. But I think it's time now that we head back, get some sleep, because we've got a big day planned for tomorrow. Good night. Just a quick pit stop. If you're enjoying the video so far, you can scan the QR code on screen to subscribe and join us for more travel adventures. And don't worry if you miss it, we'll show it again at the end. Now, back to day 2 in Malacca. Good morning from Malacca. As I mentioned yesterday, many people consider Malacca to be the most historic and culturally diverse city in Malaysia. So this morning we're going to explore some of that history, but it's also one of the most compact cities as well. All the historic old town can be walked around in probably half an hour. So we're going to explore, but it shouldn't take too long. Our first stop of the day was the Menara Taming Sari, an observation tower with a viewing cabin that rotates as it rises, giving us 360-degree views across the city and out towards the Strait of Malacca. From up here, it's easy to see why Malacca became so important. The Strait of Malacca is one of the world's busiest shipping routes, connecting east and west for centuries, which helped this small city grow into one of Southeast Asia's great trading ports. Back in the early 1400s, a prince from Sumatra on the other side of the strait, his name was Parameswara, and he came over here looking for a place to build a city. And he found a spot that was protected from the winds and fed by a river, and so Malacca was born. As Malacca grew from a small fishing village into a wealthy trading port, it eventually attracted the attention of the Portuguese, who arrived in 1511 and would transform the city forever. In 1511, the Portuguese invaded, and this is a replica of one of their ships. This ship is a replica of the Flor de Mar, which is a Portuguese now ship from back in the 1500s, and it could be used both for trading and also for warcraft, so maybe it was used in the conquest of Malacca back in 1511. The original Flor de Mar did indeed take part in the Portuguese conquest of Malacca in 1511, but it's even more famous for what happened afterwards. Loaded with treasure and riches from the conquest, she sank somewhere off the coast of Sumatra on her journey back towards Portugal. Treasure that's never been found.
imagine being back in the day, if you could teleport yourself to those days and seeing this in the ocean, like it would have been incredible, wouldn't it?
A harbour full of these ships in full sail would have been amazing.
It would have been a sight to see for sure.
Not long after the Portuguese captured Malacca, they set about fortifying both the city and its valuable port. It's hard to imagine now, but this small gateway is all that remains of the massive fortress they built, known as A Famosa. The rest was demolished by the British centuries later, but in its day it was one of the largest fortresses in all of Asia. High on the hill above A Famosa are the ruins of another Portuguese landmark, St Paul's Church, the oldest surviving European structure in Malaysia. Built in 1521, it was originally a Portuguese chapel and later became an important religious site during both the Portuguese and Dutch periods of Malacca's history. Inside the ruins are centuries-old tombstones from both eras. Many of them moved here from around the city and preserved along the church walls. Making our way back down from St Paul's Church towards the river, we arrive at one of the most recognisable areas in Malacca, Dutch Square, also known as Red Square. By the time the 1600s came along, the Dutch got involved. They wanted to expand their trade in the spice market, so they banded together with local Malay sultans and they overtook the Portuguese. After more than a century of Portuguese rule, the Dutch, with the help of local Malay rulers, eventually drove them out in 1641. When they took over, the Dutch didn't rebuild the city from scratch. Instead, they repurposed a lot of the old Portuguese structures, but they did create this square, which became the centre of Dutch Malacca. Fun fact, these buildings weren't actually red during Dutch rule. They were originally painted white, with the iconic red colour only appearing in the early 20th century under British rule. Today, the red buildings are one of Malacca's most iconic features. The British took control of Malacca from the Dutch by treaty in 1824, although they had better port options in Penang and Singapore, and so Malacca was left largely untouched. It's pretty ironic that neglect by the British has helped preserve this old city we see today. So it was a blessing in disguise. By this point, it was easy to see why Malacca feels so European. But beyond the churches and colonial buildings, the city still feels unmistakably Southeast Asian. So to experience that side of Malacca, we spent the afternoon wandering its colourful streets and laneways, never quite knowing what we might stumble across next.
I'm doing a batik workshop, but I'm learning how to do it from scratch rather than just a stencil.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right, is this what you're doing here?
Batik canting, it's called. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
All right, well, I'm going to a museum while you do this. I'll see you in an hour. Lydia tried her hand at traditional batik chanting, using a small tool to draw patterns onto fabric with hot wax, before carefully bringing them to life with colour.
So I've had to draw this in pencil first, and I've chose the hibiscus because it's the national flower of Malaysia. And I've got a big blob there. So I'm going to see if I can make it into my artwork. So wish me luck.
We'll see how she gets on soon, but for now, I'm heading to the Baba Nyonya Museum. The Baba Nyonya are descendants from Chinese immigrants who married local Malay women and then blended together their traditions and cultures, even their languages, and especially their food. We've been enjoying the Nyonya food all over Malaysia. It's great. But this building behind me here, it's a museum dedicated to the Baba Nyonya people. Baba refers to the male and Nyonya refers to the female. We'll go in and have a look and see how they live.
Baba Nyonya Heritage Museum. These 3 townhouses were once home to a Peranakan Chinese family. From 1861, 4 generations of the family stayed in this house. In 1986, it was opened as a museum by one of the descendants, Baba Chan Kim Play. Welcome. My name is Melissa Chan and I am from the 5th generation of the Chan family.
The Baba Nyonya Museum is actually a restored Peranakan house. It wasn't built as a museum, it was a real lived-in ancestral house. So it truly feels like stepping back in time into the world of a wealthy Malacca family. But after about an hour, it was time to go and check in on Lydia. All done? Show me what you made. Ooh, that's pretty. So how does that differ to the one that you did in Kuala Lumpur?
I had to do all the wax. I had to draw it myself, and then I had to draw over it with the wax, which was a bit tricky. You can see I had a little accident. And then I had to paint it.
Right.
Yeah. So
Very
it was right
nice.
from the beginning.
As we headed back out into the laneways, we found street art around every corner. Every Malaysian city we've visited seems to have its own street art scene, but in Malacca it felt more authentic and part of the city itself. It seems that all roads lead to the river.
I just saw a sign for a husky cafe. So that doesn't mean you go to eat huskies, you get to play and cuddle with them. So I have to go. Oh, and there's another river.
I'm sure it's the same river, just bends around.
Hello, how you going? Hello. Oh my goodness. Can we do it?
You want to go in?
Yeah.
You want to go in? Look at all those huskies, they're waiting for you. Look at them.
Yes, please. Hello, puppies. Hello. Who wants to say hello? Hey, guys. Hello. Yay. Oh, my goodness. Aren't you beautiful?
Look behind you, honey.
Hey.
I thought that was just a toy one.
Look at the leg going. Look at the leg going. Oh, yay. Oh, look at you. Oh. You're so cute.
Oh, you put this one to sleep. He's fast asleep. Oh, and that one over there, they've exhausted. So many pats today, I'm sure.
Yeah. You can tell they're very well looked after here. They're well loved.
Oh, they
they're all
are.
happy.
Well,
they're so clean.
That
My
smell that
goodness.
I said I could smell, it's just clean dog smell.
Yeah.
It's just like you know what they smell like when they've just had a bath?
And their coats are just beautiful.
And this is
Every day, wow.
this is my favourite. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
So beautiful. Try not to cry. Sorry, I'm a big sook.
They are beautiful dogs. We are dog people.
If you can't tell already. All right, let me compose myself. So if you're a dog lover, as we are, there's an amazing place called Husky here in Malacca. And we came to just give the dogs cuddles and just spend some time with them, which was wonderful. And they're all so well kept and looked after and cleaned every day. I've never seen such beautifully kept huskies, and it was just such a lovely thing to do because we're missing our dog from home, and I just love a bit of puppy love. So it was lovely. So if you come in here and you're missing your puppy, or you just love puppies and you can't have your own because you're travelling or for whatever reason, come and get your little fix here. They're all beautifully natured. They're all well kept, clean. They're just gorgeous, and the people here are just lovely. So that's a top tip from me. If I came back, I'd be doing this every morning, I can tell you.
I think this one's coming home with us. We should add that the lovely people at Ha Ha Husky invited us to join them for a walk with our new canine friends the next morning, which turned out to be a wonderful way to spend our final morning in Malacca. But the afternoon was getting on and we still had one place to visit before dark, the Melaka Straits Mosque, better known as the Floating Mosque. Compared to the centuries-old landmarks we'd explored earlier, the Malacca Straits Mosque is a relative newcomer, opening in 2006. As with many mosques in Malaysia, visitors are expected to dress modestly, so we hired robes at the entrance before heading inside. Things we do for a great photo, eh? Travel all over the countryside, climbing up over sand dunes and up rocks. It wasn't until we reached the beach on the far side of the mosque that we discovered how it earned its nickname. Built out over the water on the edge of the Strait of Malacca, at high tide it appears to float on the sea. Wow, this is a very pretty sight. Looks like the mosque is actually floating on the water. I guess that's why they call it the Floating Mosque. It's a great place, a very popular place to come for a sunset. Here it's only 10 minutes from the centre of Malacca, but we're not going to be able to tonight, are we?
We've got other plans, so you'll have to stay tuned to see what we get up to.
We have to go back and freshen up. Special night ahead.
You've really got to stay tuned for this. It's incredible. So sadly, this is our last night in Malaysia. We've had a wonderful time in Malaysia. We've really enjoyed ourselves, and what a way to finish our incredible trip in Malacca. We're going to finish it off with a river cruise as the sun's setting, and I can't think of a better way to send off the great trip we've had.
At night, the Malacca River transforms into the River of Lights as the water, buildings, bridges and even trees come alive with colour. Thank you very much.
So sadly that ends our time here in Malacca and also in Malaysia. We hope you've enjoyed this series. We've got a lot more adventures coming up soon, so stay tuned and see where we get to next.
But until then, come roving with us again soon, and it's bye for now.
Goodbye.
If you've enjoyed travelling around Malaysia with us, we'd love to have you along for our next adventure. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.